So you have a story. And so far, your story is what you've shared with me. It's what you've emailed me or told us here on the page about what your dream is and what your current situation is. Okay, so that's your story so far. And that story is going to continually build as you work and as you work from home. So I would like to share my story with y'all. And honestly, I work with different coaches in my business, and then I also work with customers in my business. As a fitness coach, part of my job is working with coaches to help train them to do the same things that I'm doing. And then the other part of my business is working with customers who I help them with their health and fitness at home. So I'm going to give you two stories. This is the story that I tell coaches or people, potential coaches. If one of you was interested in becoming a coach, this is what I would tell you. So I was always interested in working from home. Right after I got married, I started thinking about it more and more. And I think because my husband was like ready to have a baby, like he was ready to get pregnant, and I was like, oh dear God, I don't know. Like I know that I don't want to work away from my baby after we have a baby someday. So I need a work from home option. At the time, I was not working in fitness. I was working at a corporate job that I hated. I was miserable. Didn't like it at all, had a horrible commute. The money was great. The money was great, but I didn't care. I mean, my husband cared, but I didn't care because I was not happy. I had worked in fitness before. I had managed gyms. I had been a personal trainer, taught group exercise classes, but the crazy schedule of that and the income was okay, but it kind of made me look elsewhere for more money, honestly. So that's why I wasn't working in fitness at the time, and I was miserable. I was at a wedding, and one of my best friends from college, Allie, she was in the wedding with me for one of our mutual friends. And I was telling her about this at the rehearsal dinner, and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen because he wants to have kids soon, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And lo and behold, she was a coach. She was a Beachbody coach, and she was having amazing success. Amazing success. And we had worked really well in college together when we taught classes together. We had kind of taken over the group exercise department and helped it run over 100 classes with 9 instructors. It was crazy back in the day. Anyway, so I know we had a great trusting relationship, and I trusted her, and she was like, I really need to talk to you about what I'm doing. So we had a great time at the wedding. Later that week, we caught up. She called me. She went back to Florida. She called me and said, hey, I just have to tell you what I'm doing. She shared with me what she was doing as a coach, and I said, this is it. This is my ticket. Not only is it like my passion in life to help people with their health and fitness, I can get back into that, but from what you've told me, this is exactly what I need to do to be able to work from home, be a success, and be significant in people's life. I love it. So that's how I became a coach. And my first year of coaching, I also kept that full-time job. We got pregnant, and it was after I had Weston, my son, that I had talked with my husband, and we were doing well enough in my work from home business that I didn't have to go back to my full-time job. I got to stay home with Weston. I did do some part-time fitness stuff on the side with training and teaching, which helps, kind of get us back into the groove with everything. But honestly, I really got to make my own schedule, and slowly I've kind of let go of everything else, and coaching is my big full-time gig now, and I still teach some classes just for fun. But that's what I do, and that's what I love, and I love helping other people be able to do the same. So that's my coaching story. Okay, that's what I tell people all the time about how I became a full-time Beachbody coach and how I turned it into a successful business. Now, I have customers that I work with, and they usually are in a challenge group with me. And what I do in my challenge groups is I help people go through successfully the fitness program that they've decided to do from home and clean eating. And we use Shakeology as a big component of that. So this is what I tell people who have inquired about joining a challenge group with me. I say, it is honestly my favorite thing that I do as a fitness professional, because when I was personal training somebody, I get like 30 minutes with them, maybe twice a week, and that's it. And then the rest of the week I don't see them. And so they have no accountability with me for their nutrition. They have no accountability with me for the rest of their workouts. Usually every time I see them, they're like, oh yeah, I really need this workout because I got so off track. Same thing with group exercise. It's just in a group setting. So from my group exercise classes, people would be like, okay, I'm ready to kill it today because I was horrible over the weekend. So I love challenge groups because it helps me help you daily. We have a private Facebook group page, and every day everybody has to check in with how their workout was for the day, how their Shakeology went, and how their clean eating is going. And we work on a healthy lifestyle. So it's total accountability for building habits that last. Nothing is a quick fix. It's all the old school answers as far as exercise paired with nutrition to get yourself great results. So yeah, and then that's how they end up joining my group. So those are my stories. Sometimes I also share my Shakeology story. I am a huge lover of Shakeology because of what it did for my nutrition. I was a fitness professional for so long, and I ate healthy, which means I really didn't eat that healthy. I mean, I did, but not really. I was like eating carbs all the time, like way too many carbs, and not enough protein and not enough vegetables. I was addicted to Diet Coke, like addicted, guys. Like probably 6 to 10 a day. Yeah, like I would wake up and drink it for breakfast. So you tell me if that's healthy. Anyways, and Shakeology was a game changer in my nutrition as far as really cleaning it up, helping me to eat clean with lean proteins and lots of vegetables, and it just really not just changed my physique, but also changed the way I feel every day. So I also tell people that story about Shakeology. So I just gave you 3 examples. What the heck is your story? You're going to have to develop a story within your line of business, no matter what you're working in, okay? No matter what your job title is, you're going to have to develop a story that people can relate to. People want to know that you've struggled, so they don't want to know that you're perfect because nobody can relate to that. And they want to know that you've had success in what you're doing, that you've seen results, that you've seen change. Okay, so having a story is the most powerful tool that you'll ever have. The most powerful tool that you'll ever have is your story, and how you tell it, how your voice says it, how your body presents itself if you're telling to this in somebody in person or through video, is even more important than the words that come out of your mouth, because body language does not lie. So having a confidence within your story is huge. So I want you to start discovering your story today. And a great way to do that is to think about a turning point in your life. Example, when I became a coach, I told you about why I became a coach was because I knew I wanted to have a baby, and I wanted to stay at home with my baby whenever I had him. Boom, that was the turning point. That's when I got serious about working from home. That was my why, okay? And then, the example I just gave you about Shakeology was because I really didn't have that great nutrition, and I was a fitness professional, and I was addicted to Diet Coke. So I knew that I needed something to help me clean up my act, right? So that was my turning point. So if you're like, I don't know what my story is, I don't even know if I have a story yet, I want you to think about a turning point. And your turning point could be right now with why you joined this group and why you want to work from home. Okay? So think about it, and I would love for you to comment below with your turning point.